What's up, everybody? It's your boy Alpheus Void coming in with part 3 to what if Naruto had the Demon Slayer mark, or what if Naruto was the reincarnation of Yoriichi. So with last episode we left off with Naruto and Team 7 being put into the tuning exams by Kakashi, volunteering them as a team to get into it. With Team 7 all agreeing, and that's where we left off as well, with all that stuff with Konohamaru and stuff. So yeah, before we get into the actual video, I just want to say thank you for all the support that I've gotten so far with this series. It's really made me want to continue the series. I've got a lot of support so far, which is really encouraging me to finish this off. So yeah, do make sure to hit that subscribe button and that like button for more type of content like this, and do put in the comments if you want any if you have any suggestions of what ifs I can do next. So yeah, let's just get into this. Team 7 with Naruto, Sasuke and Sakura going towards where the first part of the exam is held, which would be the proctor being Ibiki Morino. I think that's how you say his name. With Team 7 going into the testing room, passing all the from Sasuke saying that there is a genjutsu, they would bump into the other genin, Rock Lee, who would ask Naruto if they could have a battle, as he was elected as the prodigy and the rookie of the year for that year, and he wants to test out his strength against him. Naruto not really seeing a problem in a battle, but unfortunately he refuses the battle, as he doesn't want to get injured from any battle before the actual tuning tests, and he says that if they meet in the tuning test, he will definitely agree to having a battle with him then. With Rock Lee not wanting to push Naruto anymore, would then go to ask Sasuke for a battle instead, with Sasuke agreeing. Sasuke, who has activated a Sharingan during the Land of the Waves arc, as well as being able to use the first two forms of the Breath of the Sun exceedingly well, and still starting to go in his third form, which he still hasn't fully gotten yet, would agree to the battle. With Rock Lee, because of his outstanding taijutsu speed and physical prowess, the same thing would happen in the original, with Rock Lee absolutely dog watering Kakashi Sasuke, absolutely decimating him. There's not really during this time, there's no way that even if Sasuke was improved on, he would still get clapped by Rock Lee. So that would happen, and Sasuke would be saved by both the turtle being thrown by Guy, as well as Naruto stepping in to save his teammate from getting injured anymore. With Team 7 going to the first phase of the tuning exams, they will be met with Kabuto. Kabuto, who's infiltrated the Leaf, as well as having those cards, would introduce himself to Team 7, mainly Sasuke, as Orochimaru wants a Uchiha vessel, and he wants to get to know who Sasuke is for everything to happen later on. With Kabuto saying that he has cards written about everyone in the tuning exams, Sasuke would ask about three people he has his eye on, which is Gaara, Temari, and Kankuro. Kabuto, who has the cards for them, would read out all the information about them, being that Gaara has been on many, I think it was A rank missions or B rank missions, and completed them without a scratch on him during the entire time, with Kabuto and Temari in the same team, as well as they got injured, but they still completed those missions with the help of Gaara. With the information now getting out, a lot of the teams are very scared of the Sand Village, mainly Gaara and his ruthlessness on these missions, and would choose to not target him during the tuning exams. With Ibiki now coming into the picture, telling everyone to sit down, everyone would sit down in the original places, with Naruto sitting next to Hinata. Hinata, who still does have the crush and the admiration towards Naruto and is non-stop trying to become stronger and stronger to help protect the village, would still have the infatuation with Naruto and still have the crush on him. With Ibiki handing out and telling the Genin about the test, having 10 questions, they would all get the piece of paper. Because Naruto is much smarter than the original, he'd be able to answer these questions. The same with Sakura, with Sasuke not being as smart, would instead prompt to use his Sharingan to copy all the answers from the hidden, I think it was hidden tuning or journeying in there, who are writing down the correct answers, with everybody else doing the exact same thing as the original. With the 10th question not being answered yet, a lot of teams would be disqualified, and Naruto, who was noticing a lot of these people and noticed the actual true reason about this test, which is the investigation aspects of being a ninja, wouldn't really need to do that. He wouldn't tell anybody about that, as he knows the people in his team are writing down the answers correctly, and they don't really need help. And Hinata, who he does have some admiration for, as she is still continuously trying to get stronger through her own willpower and training, he sees that she is using her Byakugan and doesn't need to have any help with answers. With Ibiki now telling everyone the rules to this test, that if you don't answer the 10th question correctly, you will fail and you'll never be able to become a Chunin ever again. Naruto, unlike the original, wouldn't stand up, as he hasn't not written anything. Instead, he would prompt to be quiet, as he knows that his team is going to be able to pass this test, and he wants to be able to thin out the herd of all the other Genin. So instead of a lot of people staying, more than half the people, or half the Genin, opt to leave the situation, so the second phase of the test wouldn't really happen. The third test wouldn't really happen, the preliminaries. With, I think it was Anko coming through the window, smashing the window glass, coming into the test, would say that that she's the proctor of the second phase of the test, which is the survival exam on the 44th training grounds, which is known as the Forest of Death. During this time, walking over to the Forest of Death, Naruto would still be eyeing up the competition of all the other people still opting to go to and passing the first, oh my god, my voice, the first phase of the tuning exams, and would be getting ready to go into the exams, and would be given the Heaven Scroll instead of the Earth Scroll. Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, both Sasuke and Sakura would opt that Naruto be given the Heaven Scroll, as he is the strongest out of the three, and would have a much better chance of defending that scroll in case anybody starts to come and attack them. With Naruto agreeing to this, they all agree to leave at once, leaving with everybody else, going to different directions. Team 7, unlike the original, would not like the original, would meet up with other teams from other villages, and would opt to defeat them, getting. I'll say that they'll find just another random Earth Scroll, and they would think to themselves that they've passed the test, and they need to get to the area which is like the tower, to be able to open the Heaven and Earth Scroll to pass the test, or this phase of the test. On the way there, they are intercepted by a sound ninja, who looks very menacingly, with her tongue sticking out like we all know who this is. With the fight now ensuing, Orochimaru, who is known as the Sound Genin, they don't know that yet, would summon a giant snake to kill Naruto in an instant, as he thinks that Naruto isn't as strong as an Uchiha, and he wants to place a curse mark on Sasuke, and he wants to get rid of Sakura as she might be in his way. In an instant, Naruto would decapitate the snake in an instant, poofing it out of existence as it was just a summon, and would opt to try and help defend Sasuke, as he knows that this is a serious opposition, as he can see the massive amount of chakra that this person has. With the fight now happening, Orochimaru, who is not using his full power, as he doesn't want to alert all the people in the village, mainly Hiruzen, of his existence in the village at that time, wouldn't be going at full power, and Naruto would see this and would think of that exact reason why Orochimaru is not going at full power. A fight would happen, and Naruto would actually, using the Breath of the Sun, would opt to use the 13th form, which is all 12 forms of the sun breathing continuously used, and would use that and be at an even match with suppressed Orochimaru. Sasuke, opting to help Naruto in this fight, would try to use his first form of the flame breathing, but Naruto would tell him to get out of here and to not interfere, as he would only get in his way and be a liability on the battlefield. Orochimaru, sensing that there are Anbu coming, as there was traces of his existence in the village, mainly Hanko finding it, would know that he's not going to be able to mark Sasuke with the curse seal, and is opting to just run away and cut his losses, and is now wanting to kill Naruto for getting in his way. Naruto, who has now defended Sasuke and Sakura from Orochimaru, wouldn't be tired, as you know, if you have sun breathing, you don't really get tired at all. He would just be damaged, as Orochimaru did get some hits on him, and would be opted to be healed by Sakura, who does have a small amount of medical ninjutsu. Well, not ninjutsu per se, it's just like healing stuff. Because Sasuke doesn't have the curse seal, he wouldn't be knocked out, and the team Dosu from the Sound Village, who come to thinking that Sasuke has been marked, would come to try and test or kill Sasuke. In an instant, Sasuke, who isn't affected by the curse seal mark, would use the first form, Unknowing Flame, and would charge towards the three Genin, and would immediately kill them in an instant, not really letting them do anything at all. So unlike the original, Sasuke would actually kill them all, so they are now out of the competition of the exam. With Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura, who Sasuke not injured, neither is Sakura, with Naruto with a few scrapes but still in very mint condition, they would all opt to go towards the tower and would open both the Heaven and Earth scroll, passing the test, with Iruka coming as well as Kakashi congratulating them on passing. They would find out that they aren't actually the first people to pass, as they would have been the first, but because of the interruption of Orochimaru, they are actually there in second place, and would see that the team from Suna, or the Sand Village, Gaara, Kankuro, and Temari, are there, and they actually beat them to the area. Naruto, who is a little surprised at this, thinking that Gaara, although he can see how strong he is, didn't believe that he would be able to go so far, as both Temari and Kankuro would slow him down, in the sense that they are much weaker than him, and they seem to not have a lot of team companionship, so they can't really work together too well. With the preliminaries not happening, the third Hokage, Hiruzen, would tell them about the finals of the Chunin exams, which would be the one-on-one fights. So, unlike we'll just say that the people who passed would just be the original people, with all of the rookie I think it was Rookie 12 or Rookie 9, which would be Neji, Rock Lee, Tenten, Kiba, or just be the original people. I can't really remember all the names right now, but it'd be the original people. Alright, I made a mistake in that. It wouldn't actually be the original people that passed, or it would be the original teams, but because there's not enough people to fight, or there isn't enough people to fight, trying to have as many original people as possible in what was the original fight. I would say that all the original people that lost in the preliminaries, like Rock Lee or something like that, they would have been injured during the second phase of the exam. So like Rock Lee, the same type of fight would have happened actually with that fight that they had in the preliminaries would have happened in the second part of the exam. So Rock Lee would have been injured, and all that stuff, all those main fights that would happen, except for like Naruto and stuff and their team, would have happened as per usual. So all the original fights would still be the same, but all the teams that did pass with the remaining members, they would have continued to go to the finals, with other people like Hinata and stuff who was injured would have been pulled out of the exam. If this is just, I know this probably wouldn't happen, and their team would just be pulled out completely, but I'm just trying to make this convenient for the plot reasons and all that stuff. So, you know, Shikamaru gone, so just all the original fights as per usual. Because it's the final lot, they would still have the 1 month period in which the remaining genin and stuff would go to prepare themselves in the various fights that they will be doing. Naruto, Sasuke and Sakura, Naruto would go and help as well with Kakashi. Kakashi would go and teach Sasuke, as Naruto has completely shown Sasuke all the forms of the flame breath, and now it's up to Sasuke to complete and master these techniques. Sakura, however, would be a different situation, as she is still going to be in this, as there's still more slots. So Ino and her would actually have a fight in the finals, and her training would be she would be trained by just some random ass Jonin, or she would like train by herself as to get physically enhance her body with her chakra control exercises, to be able to enhance her physical body to use these the breath of the stone. So yeah, Naruto, however, would be doing his own training and would actually meet up with Jiraiya, another Sannin, for the first time. Jiraiya would see Naruto and immediately recognize him for the mark on his face, and would immediately know that this is Naruto, who is his student's son, and who he is the godfather of. The same interactions would happen in the original, with Jiraiya, who is peeping on the ladies in the bathhouse, would be kicked by Naruto, sending him flying away, and would have a sword pressed to his neck, telling him why he's peeping on the ladies at the spa resort type of thing. Jiraiya would plead his case, and he's just researching for his book, and Naruto would say, oh, I like to peep as well. And Jiraiya would offer to teach Naruto for the upcoming Chunin finals. Naruto, during his time with Jiraiya, would improve on his chakra control by practicing on his water walking, and Jiraiya, who is at this time, knowing that he is the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, would actually ask Naruto if he's ever drawn onto the fox's chakra. Naruto, who would be surprised by this, saying, "Fox?" Not actually knowing at this time that he is the Jinchuriki of the Nine Tails, as he didn't have any of that interaction with Mizuki, and never actually needed the fox's chakra in the past, so he would have no idea of this. Jiraiya, not realizing that Naruto didn't know, and that Hiruzen didn't tell him of this when he became a genin, would have to break the news to Naruto that he is the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki. During this time, Naruto would have sort of a mental break, as he is now realizing why all the villagers had a negative feeling towards him, and had an understanding feel on whether he is the Nine-Tails or not. Jiraiya would comfort Naruto, saying that he is just the warden and the prison for the Nine-Tails, and the Nine-Tails is just the prisoner, and would actually try to calm Naruto through this, and would say that the Nine-Tails is basically just like a battery for his chakra, and if he masters its chakra, he'll be unparalleled in the 5 elemental nations. With Naruto agreeing to this, Jiraiya helps Naruto try to call up upon some of the Nine-Tails chakra, with Jiraiya watching this as well. Naruto, who now is in his mindscape, would feel the ominous feeling of the inner hallway with water below him. He would walk towards the ominous feeling and would meet the Nine-Tails. The Nine-Tails, trying to use as much of its killing intent, would send it towards Naruto, telling him to unseal him right now and to let him free. Naruto, however, would still be scared, but on his face he would show nothing, and the Nine-Tails would be very annoyed by this, as no human mortal has ever just had a normal expression towards him, like all his killing intent meant nothing. Naruto would try to bargain with the Nine-Tails, saying that because he's in his body, he should give him some rent, meaning his chakra. The Nine-Tails, knowing that if he sends his chakra through the seal, it will wear down after a while, so he agrees to give Naruto some chakra from time to time, as a way to weaken the seal so that when the time is right, he'll be able to break free. Naruto, however, not being a seal master, not understanding seals at all, would just comply with this, taking the chakra. In the physical plane, Jiraiya would see an orange chakra form around Naruto, as he's now able to tap into 1 tail worth of chakra. This is way more than the original of what Naruto was able to summon up at this time, and this is because Naruto has a much more capable physical body, as well as he is much more inept in using chakra in an efficient type of way, and is able to be calm, as well as because of the Demon Slayer mark that is on him, he is able to it's kind of hard to explain. It's just he's able to, because he's just stronger in general, so he's able to handle more of the Nine-Tails chakra at this time. So Naruto will be able to comfortably handle 1 tail's worth of chakra. Jiraiya, who is astonished at Naruto's quick learning to be able to summon up a tail's worth of chakra, would congratulate Naruto and would ask if he wants to sign the Toad contract, which is Gamabuta. Naruto, however, would decline, saying that he doesn't really want a frog summoning, and it wouldn't suit his type of fighting style, and he should find someone else if he wants to find a successor for the Toad summoning contract. Jiraiya would ultimately agree to this, as if Naruto didn't want to have the summoning contract of the Toads, he might as well find some other type of contract for Naruto, or if any at all, as Naruto is just so strong. He doesn't think because he is the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki and is easily able to summon some of the chakra, he might not even need to have the summoning contract at all to enhance his power. But he still wants to try and persuade Naruto to be able to use the Toad summoning contract, as he still does want Naruto to be his successor. Naruto during this time would show Jiraiya his sun-breathing form, and would explain to Jiraiya all the techniques and his breathing techniques to have infinite stamina of the sun-breathing, as well as all the techniques and forms in it. Jiraiya would be astonished by the fact that Naruto could do this, and would ask if he could teach him that. Naruto, however, would decline, saying that there's he has tried to teach other people, namely his teammates, the breathing technique, but it has been impossible, and has told Jiraiya that he's had to make different derivatives of the sun breathing technique, with him saying that he's already made the flame breathing technique and given it to his teammate Sasuke, as well as the stone breathing technique, which he has given to Sakura. Jiraiya would ask if he could teach him a derivative of it, and I'm gonna give him the wind. Should I give him the wind or water? I reckon I'll give him the water breathing. Yeah, no, that'd be pretty cool because the toads in water. Naruto would agree to this, showing him or trying to derive the water style breathing from him. I won't really go into that because it doesn't really mean anything to the plot. After a month of training and Naruto being able to confidently summon a tail's worth of the Nine-Tails chakra at any given moment, as well as physically enhancing his body even more, Naruto is now able to at least be like a low Kage fighter, because we know from the original, with Naruto even being able to summon any sort of chakra like a tail's worth, he becomes really strong, and plus all this stuff like this, he's literally like a low Kage level type of fighter with there's no really like competition with it. So we'll just head right into the finals. During the time of all that training, I forgot to mention, Hayate Gekko was murdered during the 1 month break, and Genma, who is now the proctor of the final exam. The first match would begin with Naruto versus Neji. Naruto's fight with Neji in the first match of the finals wasn't very dramatic. It wasn't action filled, as in an instant the fight would begin with Naruto just using the first form of the sun breathing, which is dance, which would be a single strike, a single vertical strike, and in an instant would be able to basically have the sword right to Neji, with Proctor Genma. With the Proctor Genma saying that Naruto has won the match, and in an instant the crowd applauds Naruto, saying that he is a very powerful ninja, and Neji, who is pissed off at this result, would tell Naruto for a rematch, and would plead with Genma, the proctor, to have a rematch, as he wasn't fully ready for the match. Genma would say that is against the rules, and that Naruto has won the fight failing, and he is lost. With Neji being absolutely livid with this result, he would leave, not speaking to anyone, and just go up towards where all the other genin are. Naruto winning the match, he would now leave, with Naruto fully going to the next type of round. The second match would be Sasuke versus Gaara. During this time, Sasuke has not arrived and is doing the same thing as the original, and the third Hokage, through the Kazekage's request, who is known as Orochimaru, would postpone the match to the final match. The third match was just Shino versus Kankuro. Shino on default would win, as Kankuro forfeited, as he wants to keep his techniques a secret. The fourth match being Tamaru versus Shikamaru. The fight would go the exact same, with Shikamaru winning in his head, but would still forfeit as he doesn't have enough chakra to sustain this fight. With the final match being Gaara versus Sasuke coming around, this match had the crowd was what the crowd was really looking for. The last surviving Uchiha versus the son of the Kazekage. The match would begin with Sasuke absolutely speed blitzing Gaara, getting past his defenses. I would also like to say that Sasuke does have a sword in this. So the sword, he would be combining the Chidori, being able to basically make a Chidori type of blade, using it through the blade, as well as using flame breath. So it's basically a flame breath combined Chidori. So this is going to be a fast, quick, and powerful attack, all combined into like a single thing. So just picture it will be like I think it's called thunder breathing. It'll be like thunder breathing, which will now become a type of derivative that Sasuke will use later on, which Naruto will help in the kind of learning and trying new type of forms in that. So basically this is like a Form 1 type of thing, with Sasuke combining these two breathing styles as well as jutsus. In an instant, Sasuke would be able to basically stab and incapacitate, not incapacitate, but beat, in a sense, Gaara. But before Gaara is able to fully be knocked out or lose to Sasuke, the feathers will start to fall from the sky. This is when we'll begin the invasion arc. When Gaara is now injured by Sasuke during the finals, he was left mentally unstable for fulfilling his role for the invasion. Orochimaru's subordinate, Kabuto, cast the Temple of Nirvana technique on the stadium where the finals were being held, putting most of the present to sleep and signaling the start of the invasion. The Konoha ninja that were present are able to fend off the genjutsu immediately, and when engage with the Oto ninja, as well as the other Sand ninja that early infiltrated the stadium. Gaara and his siblings would fled the village, and Sasuke and Shino would go in pursuit. Orochimaru discards his disguise as the Kazekage and has the Sound 4 erect a barrier so no one can interfere with the fight that he is about to go with Hiruzen. Orochimaru does summon snakes to begin the assault on the Konoha before the barrier does get erected, so all the ninjas present will have to go and stop those, as it will destroy the village if not immediately disposed of. On Konoha's outskirts, Suna and Oto ninjas, with the help of some of Orochimaru's snake summons, punch holes in the village's defenses, eliminating the border guards and moving into the village, with all the ninjas of the Leaf going to fight these ninjas off and to help defend Konoha. When Naruto, seeing that Sasuke has gone off to fight or kill Gaara, he would ask Kakashi if it would be alright for him to go and help and support Sasuke, as he doesn't want Sasuke to be injured, as he classifies him as someone precious to him. Not like a sexual way, but like as like a really good friend. Anyway, a fight would happen with Naruto, with Sasuke and Gaara, with Sasuke having the upper edge most of the time, until Gaara, who is still in his half Jinchuriki or half BG form, would opt to go into his full BG form. It would then be stopped by and would then stomp on Sasuke, with him now losing the fight, being unable to continue. With Naruto now seeing that Sasuke has been fatally injured, he would tell Sakura and Shikamaru, who is also with them, as well as Paku, to go and get Sasuke out of there and treat him, as if he does not, he will die, and that he will go and fight off the literal tailed beast that's going towards the village. Sakura, who is very worried for Naruto as well as Sasuke's well-being, would tell Naruto how he's able to fight a Biju, with Naruto saying that he has his ways, and would then form the first tail of the Nine Tails Chakra Cloak. Sasuke, who is he is still conscious but is still very injured, would see the chakra form around Naruto, as well as Sasuke and Shikamaru, and Shikamaru, seeing the type of chakra forming around him, as well as I forgot his name now, hold on. Shino with his bugs would see that this is a very toxic type of chakra, with Sakura also mentioning that this isn't normal chakra, and Naruto would he wouldn't explain, but he would immediately blitz off, unsheathing his katana or Nichiren blade, which would then turn red and would start his brawl with the literal first One-Tails Shikaku. Shikaku would be screeching and saying that he is definitely going to destroy this village and all these people in it. Because Naruto doesn't have the Toad summoning at this time, there's no real big way to fight Shikaku, with Naruto instead opting to use the first, not the first breathing, sorry, using sun breathing, combining with his Nine-Tails chakra to enhance these type of these dances, and Naruto would use the 10th form, which is Fire Wheel, and would spin in the air, releasing a sword in a circular motion, releasing a mountain with flames, which are enhanced with the chakra from the Nine-Tails, making a massive storm of flames, as well as a bright light, which would basically have the same type of effect of what the fight with Gaara happens in the original, with Gaara being woke by this, being the sand being spread from where he is centered on, and Naruto, who is flying towards him, would clash heads with him, waking him up, resulting in Shikaku being absorbed back into Gaara, with Gaara still being alive in this, not being dead, as Naruto does not want to kill Gaara, as he can see that he is unstable and is a fellow Jinchuriki like him at this point. Naruto before this was thinking of killing Gaara, as he may end up losing the battle, and Gaara would, with the help of Shikaku, or Shikaku itself, would go and destroy the leaf. But because Gaara is now having this type of personality change, and knowing that Toku no Jutsu, I'm saying that they are alike, Naruto would opt to not kill Gaara, instead help him. During this time, with the fight against Hiruzen and Orochimaru, there is not much change, with Orochimaru losing his arms and Konoha losing its Hokage. Rest in peace, Hiruzen. I'll say rest in peace because in this, Hiruzen was much better to Naruto and actually treated him like someone who isn't just like a regular orphan. Jeez, man, Hiruzen sucked. Anyway, with the aftermath of the village attack, with the Sand Village realizing what happened with their Kazekage, they would opt to try and reform their bonds, as they had been tricked by Orochimaru. Konoha, realizing that this is a real tips up, would still try to form a type of peace treaty with Suna, as they don't want to have any more bloodshed of either village. With the council informing Jiraiya that he should be Hokage, Jiraiya would instead decline the offer, saying that that they should find someone else, with the council saying that they would like to have Tsunade become the 6th Hokage, and Jiraiya agreeing, with Danzo disagreeing, saying that he should become the next Hokage. But Danzo sucks, so there's no way it's happening. With the village councils starting a mission for Jiraiya to go find Tsunade, as they want her to be the next Hokage from her prestigious background and becoming also being one of the legendary Sannin. So that's where I'm going to leave this off, with Konoha Crush being completed. This was a 40-minute video, so I hope you guys liked it. I've seen that a lot of my big views are coming from larger episodes, so I think doing larger episodes like these will be very beneficial for you guys' enjoyment. So yeah, next episode will be going on for the continuation of the original Naruto, and we'll also be diving into Shippuden. So make sure to hit that like button as well as that subscribe button to get more fantastic videos from Mua. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching.